Peace, this your host, Selah-Shalom. And today's documentary is called, Your Diet Can Be Your Heaven or Hell. Now most people view hell as a place where you will burn, or some would say the lake of fire where your soul will burn forever. Now, I thought about this idea for a minute and I found out that it has some relevance when addressing it to the body. Now if the body is the temple and the spirit within the body is the vehicle, you can make your temple pure, heavenly-like, or impure, hellish-like. Based off what you eat, your diet can be your heaven or hell. And here's how. An alkaline environment is free from sickness and disease. So an alkaline environment would be a pure and heavenly environment for the body. While an acidic environment in which disease and sickness can thrive in would be an impure and hellish environment for the body. So these are the two conditions before all mortals, regardless of race, creed, or color, when addressing your temple being the body. If you choose an alkaline diet, your temple would be more aligned to purity, heaven-like. And if you choose an ascetic diet, your temple will be more aligned to impurity, hellish-like. Now, alkaline foods and drinks keep the body in a neutral zone, and the neutral zone is 7.34 on the pH scale, because the blood of mortals, regardless of race, creed, or color, is 7.34, which is an alkaline base. Once the body maintains an alkaline base, the body will operate harmoniously, heavenly-like. Fruits, grains, and vegetables are alkaline-based foods that will keep the body in an alkaline environment. If sickness and disease cannot exist in an alkaline environment, it's best to strive to keep eating the alkaline foods and drinks. And this is how your diet can be your heaven, understanding alkalinity. Now here's how your diet can be your hell. Now if you eat acidic foods and drinks, it will create an acidic environment for your body, which is like a hell-like condition for your body. Acid robs the cells of oxygen, and slowly cell deprivations take place. And acid is a burning substance. It burns the tissues, organs, and bones, creating inflammation, which is a burning condition. And this is hell for your body. They say hell is hot. Well, here is some relevance. Well, if one is to burn in hell, the process is already in motion through your diet. All the acidic foods and drinks you eat is creating an inflammatory condition in your body, which is hell. So you can be literally burning in hell while alive, because if the body is the temple and the spirit exists within the body, and if your body is suffering from an inflammatory condition, which is a burning of the tissues, organs, and bones, this is a hell-like condition for the body. And if you don't correct your body from this inflammatory condition, it can kill you. Arthritis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, pharyngitis, laryngitis, bronchitis, hepatitis, hypertension, tonsillitis. All these are signs that you are burning in hell in your body. And it's uncomfortable to be suffering from those painful diseases. It's hard to be your normal self when you have painful diseases compromising your body. So in order for you not to burn in hell in your temple, your body, you must switch from an ascetic diet to an alkaline diet. Alkalinity is going to lead you to heaven within your temple, your body. Because once your body is alkaline and flowing harmoniously, this is heavenly. In comparison to having an ascetic temple, a rusting temple is an ascetic temple. If you notice buildings and the steel pillars that hold them up, you will notice the rust on the steel. That's cell erosion. That's erosion. That's inflammation. Your body is doing the exact same thing when it's in an ascetic environment, in an ascetic condition. Now all meats, turkey, chicken, beef, including fish, lamb, is all ascetic. So for my religious folks who claim that it's okay to eat meat, because it's mentioned in Leviticus where it talks about the unclean and clean meat. Now the facts is that there is no such thing as an unclean or clean meat, because once an animal dies, the body becomes 100% ascetic. And with that being said, your body would not gain nothing from something that is dead and is completely ascetic. There is no nutritional value in that. What would take place if you eat that in the body is that the meat will lodge itself on the walls of the tissues of the digestive system, from the esophagus down to the colon. And once the meat that was not digested from the esophagus down to the colon, it will begin to further decay, stationed on your tissues from the esophagus down to the colon, wherever it may be. And as the meat further decays, what would happen next is that the meat becomes a bed to breed worms. See that? And this is how worms are produced in the body, based off meat that did not digest completely and lodged itself somewhere along the digestive system, from the esophagus down to the colon. And this is how I know that the Creator did not want mortals eating meat, for this very reason. That meat would destroy the temple, being the body. Now, to seal it up with the OAHSPE, in the book of Inspiration, chapter 12, verse 8 through 15, 19, and 20, it states, verse 8, "And I said to man, be thou observant of what thou shalt eat and drink, and where thou shalt dwell by day and sleep by night." Verse 9, "For all things shall write upon thy soul, the character and kind whereof they are made." Verse 10, "If thou wilt be gentle like a lamb, and non-resistant and docile, so thou may obtain great knowledge, feed thou upon herbs and fruits and cereals." Verse 11, "And thy blood shall be pure and cool, and charged with food for thy spirit in peace and love." See that? So this verse is showing you that fruits and vegetables charge thy blood with purity, and in return purity will charge thy spirit with peace and love. Verse 12, "But if thou wilt be ferocious like a carnivorous beast, then thou shalt feed upon flesh and fish, and thy blood shall be hot, and thy spirit shall be stirred with passion and anger and contention and tattling and war and jealousy and love of vengeance." See that? So here it's showing you the difference between a herbivorous diet compared to a carnivorous diet. Your blood will be stirred with passion, you'll be more contentious, you'll be more angry and jealous-like. Verse 13, "For whatsoever thou chargest thy blood with shall be charged upon thy spirit." See that? Verse 14, "Because thou canst not feed on fish nor flesh, but through destruction unto death, even so destruction unto death shall come upon thy soul." Verse 15, "From thy own blood shall thy spirit be inspired, even according to what thy blood containeth." See that? So if you eat an animal flesh and your blood is united with the blood of an animal, your spirit will be charged based off that carnivorous diet. And this is where the animalistic behavior comes from in mortals, based off a carnivorous diet. Verse 19, "It is the contamination of the blood of mortals, or men, by carnivorous foods, whereupon thou shalt ponder." See that? So it's showing you here, it's the contamination of the blood through carnivorous foods that man behaves the way he behaves. Verse 20, "Like unto like created I all the living. Whosoever make himself carnivorous cannot escape conflict and contention within his own members, soul, and body." And like I was describing earlier, if your body is highly ascetic, it'll be in conflict with its other members, its other cells. Cells deprived of oxygen creates an inflammatory condition, which is a burning, which is a hellish condition for the body. See that? Saying the same thing. So here you can see how the Creator distinguished the two natures of mortals, being carnivorous and herbivorous. Now in the book of Inspiration, chapter 13, verse 14 and 15, it states, "Because thou madest thyself carnivorous, the fault is thy own. I place before thee the herbivorous animals and the carnivorous animals, and I gave thee eyes to look upon them as to their behavior, whether ferocious and destructive, or peaceful, patient, and docile." Verse 15, "And I spoke unto thy soul, saying, Look, judge for thyself as to what thou shalt eat, Behold the order of my creation and the result upon the living. See that? So here again, the Creator is using the animal kingdom, showing you the behavior of the herbivorous animals who live in peace, and showing you the behavior of the carnivorous animals who live in contention and war. And these are the two natures and characteristics of man through his diet. He will be, if he eat meat, he will be contentious and aggressive. And if he eats fruits and vegetables, he will be more laid back and patient. See that? So these are the examples of how your diet can be your heaven or your hell. And with that, I'd like to say peace and blessings. Shalom.